I don't know how this is gonna look. This looks good. So I've got this shed. Got windows. It's nice. It's not finished. No electrical. But I put all my kids' clothes up here for all my babies and my little boys. It's got a little loft. It's about 8-foot loft. I'm gonna sit on this box here and just talk to you. When you're in a creative crisis, crisis of identity, crisis of what to do, how to live your life, spend your time, all that stuff. Well, I've been doing creative stuff for 10 years. No, 15, 20 years. And I've hit this point periodically throughout. It happens. It happens regularly. It happens frequently in that kind of time. And you just kind of got to work through it. And so here's some steps that you can do when you're going through a creative crisis, and it'll help. I hope. I think it's helped for me. So here's my tips and my thoughts. The step one, absolutely, don't panic. This is gonna pass. This is gonna not be forever. And so don't panic. Don't freak out. Don't make any rash or stupid decisions. Just sort of like stop for a second. If you can, just stop for a second or take some time. And I mean like stop when I mean stop for a second. I mean like kind of like evaluate yourself for, a few days, a few weeks, whatever kind of, but just kind of like realize where you're at. And don't panic and don't make any decisions yet. Okay, that's step one. Step two is however best that you have to process your thoughts, do that. Whether it's writing in your journal, making raw vlogs like this. Guess why I'm making this raw vlog? May or may not be in a creative crisis, but whatever. Kind of like talk to a friend, talk to other creative people, or do all of those things. The goal here is to practice iterating or not iterating, but regurgitating your thoughts repeatedly. And the goal is to get to the root of what it is that's going on. Because usually, as you talk through stuff and you do it multiple times, you're like, okay, well, when I said that didn't feel like it summarized it well. Oh, that time I did it again. I feel like that summarized it better. And as you do that, you just sort of figure out, oh, maybe this is what I'm feeling. Maybe this is what I think. It's just the process of working through something. So that's step two. So first, don't panic. And two, just talk through it. The third thing that you do while you're doing those first two things is just do things that sound fun and are enjoyable. So for me right now, in my creative crisis, I'm doing woodworking. Ideally, like something sort of like reading or drawing or whatever it is for you. It could be even just like going on bike rides, or find something else to do that is not the thing that you usually do or the thing that you're having a crisis over. The right answer is to not keep doing more of the same thing that's causing you to be in a crisis. Take a step back and stop doing that thing. So that's kind of in that too, of like, go do something else and take a pause on doing the thing that you're used to doing. And sometimes that's my timer for my coffee. That should be done. The thing that, like, you may not have weeks to take away, a break from something. Maybe it's your job, and so you kind of have to come back to it tomorrow. And so it's like, well, in the evening, take as much time as you can to go do that other thing, and then make sure to prioritize doing that thing or this other stuff while you're still having to do this other stuff that you're doing, right? Like, this is not if you have a job doing the creative thing, don't just quit your job. Like, that's stupid, that's bad. You're an adult, you can power through doing this thing that you don't like to do. And in a crisis, it's not really a crisis. Like, get over yourself, right? Like, this is a first world problem. It's okay to do something that you hate to provide for yourself, your family, whatever it is. That's okay. It's not fun to stay there, and so we want to kind of figure out how to not be there. So that third and fourth thing is try to take, even if it's an hour, 3 hours, a few days, whatever. Take some sort of pause from the thing that you usually do. Try to not think about it, and try to do this other creative outlet sort of thing that's unrelated, even if that's reading a book or something. The point is to take a step away. The fifth thing that you do. What is the fifth thing that you do? I don't know. Is there a fifth thing? There might not be a fifth thing. I'm trying to think. Is there a fifth thing? The fifth thing is get some coffee. So this ladder. And so then basically after you do all those things, you're perfect and you're set to go and you feel better about everything and nothing's the matter. It doesn't work that way. But I think those 5, does the coffee count? The coffee was a real thing. Coffee was does actually help, I think. I don't think that any of this is comprehensive. I don't think that it's all inclusive, all encompassing, all whatever. But those things in particular I have found is kind of the helpful process of kind of processing through what you're going through and just taking a break. Because sometimes we just need to take a step back. We just need a break. And then we're like, oh, I feel all better. And then you're really glad that you didn't quit your job or didn't, totally ruin an opportunity because you felt this, because it was just a little thing that you just needed to get through. And usually it doesn't mean that you need this giant life change. Usually not. Sometimes it can. I'm not saying that it never does, but oftentimes you just need a little break and you come back to it and you're like, oh, I feel a lot better about this thing. It doesn't always happen. And if it doesn't happen, you kind of take the same approach again, and you're like, okay, you don't panic. Try to figure out what's going on. Talk to some people, whatever, You do all those things, whatever those steps were that I said. But that's the basic premise, basic approach to all of that. I hope that's helpful. I don't know. I'm also going through those things repeatedly. You can go through it as many times as you want until you figure it out. Sometimes you gotta go through it multiple times. Sometimes they don't even go in that order. But those are the helpful kind of things to do. So I don't know if that's helpful to anybody. It's helpful to me. And what do I know? I've only been making videos for 15 years. So, take it with a grain of salt. Alright, peace. Also, I will admit that, yes, it does very much look like I'm in a dungeon with this ladder going into this big black pit in the ceiling. With the cinder block. Man, what?